What's up guys, Tomcat here, and in today's video we are back in Car Mechanics Simulator and we are going to be testing out the car stripping DLC. Now I just got my hands on this DLC, I haven't touched it yet at all, so let's see if I go to, this should be my deal, and then let's see, classic mode, sandbox mode, that should be, yeah, we should be good to go. So what this DLC is basically, what you can do is there's a new location on the map where you can basically strip down cars to either sell off parts or collect parts, I'm guessing, for other cars. And what it's going to be mostly about, what we're mostly going to be doing is tearing cars down. Now, if you're like, if you're a little bit like me when you play Car Mechanics Simulator and you really enjoy the taking stuff apart, but putting stuff back together is sometimes slightly frustrating, then this is for you, I would say, if you're really into this game and you really just prefer the aspect of the game where you literally just take stuff apart. So hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm expecting it to be pretty entertaining to just literally just pull a bunch of stuff off a car. So with any oh god, what was I trying to say? With any luck, this should be probably one of the best. Well, I don't know about one of the best DLCs they've done yet, but one of the most entertaining. Now the only thing is, it looks like they're gonna have to load each and oh, never mind, we're good. They're just going to have to load the stuff that's in my garage. So you can see my Viper is over here. We did some work to that a while back. My other parts Viper that I bought for parts is over here. But they're both drag setups. And this one, like I said, I bought this one for parts to put on that one. And this vet has just kind of been sitting over here sort of dismantled. Now, if we go, turn to garage, please. Trying to figure out how I get, oh, yes. Wait, let's, not where I wanted to be. And not the inventory either. Trying to figure out how I get back to the map. Oh, just go to exit. Drag, strip, factory, test track, your garage, car stripping. Yes. Let's do it. It's funny how there's an entry fee to get in. I wonder if that entry fee is like every time you go, or if it's just a one-time thing. That'll be interesting to see later on in the future, if it's like a one-time, like I said, a one-time fee, or if every time you go in here you pay $1,000, which actually kind of makes sense, because that would make sense in accordance to the game's actual like economy system, where you know, if you're going to sell these parts off, then they make you buy in to actually go in. So you can't just go in and take parts and just use it as a way to game the system. So I kind of see how they're trying to go about that. Come on, there you go. All right, so this is a pretty dingy looking shop. Oh, there's trees growing through the windows, and the wind physics are hilarious. So anyways, here's a car that I guess is ready to be stripped. And let's see, parts left, 71. Oh, I see. So we just got to tear this thing down. Huh. Just for screenshots. That's cool. All right, time to get this thing torn down. So let's do everything up here first. And let's see, junk. Look at part, disassemble part, hold. Okay, I see. So literally they just want us to tear this thing apart. Okay, so let's go for the filter box. And we just got to get all the clips off. I've never actually torn a car all the way down in this game before. So recovered part, recovered part, recovered part. This is actually pretty cool, because this could create some game dynamics where you're able to actually be like, oh, I've got some decent parts here. I can throw them in another car that's laying around at the shop. Let's see. Can we get the battery out? Yes, we can. The block, there's a lot of stuff that's got to come out before we can take the block off. Or block out, I should say. What about the master cylinder? Or, well, brake servo, as they call it. Let's see. Can we back out of... Yeah, we need to back out of that view. At least I want to back out of that view. Let's get everything on the passenger side of the suspension out. Like the brakes, the pads, the rotors, everything. Let's see. Get the bearing. That's a wheel hubcap. That's a bearing, dude. Or, well, it's within the hub, so... Alright, get the spring out, get the shock out. This car is going to be, like... This car is literally going to be nothing by the time we're done with it. We have to go to the other side. get this side done, because then I want to do everything up top that I can before I go under the car, because once I go under the car, I want to have everything on top, or everything that's up top, completely dismantled. And get back to the other side. Oh, actually, still a little bit more we can do. We can do the tie rods. If we get back to the other side, we can... Oh, come on. Come on. The camera's weird sometimes. Okay, we got to walk all the way around to the other side. There's no point in staying over there. But there's no sway bar and link on that side. Why can we not get the inner... Oh, I see. There's pieces missing. Because I realized on that side there was no outer tie rod, was there? I was like, huh, we're missing a thing. An important thing at that. All right, now let's head to the back of the car and get everything off back here, like I said, before we put it up. Good. And now we can get... Oh, God, drums suck. We can get this axle shaft out. This is a solid axle car? What? This is weird. Wheel cylinder... housing, get the springs out, the spring caps out. We can get the fuel pump out. Not the fuel... Well, the fuel tank can be dropped. It can be dropped from right there. That's actually surprising. I feel like they would make you put it up before you drop the fuel tank. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're actually dropping a tank, it's got to be... Well, it's either got to be a tall enough vehicle that you can get under it, or it's got to be up on a lift. Solid axle control arm. Let's get these springs out. Well, the spring cap, let's get those out. Drive shaft, I imagine you'd have to be underneath to do that. Alright, let's raise this thing up now, and, well, hold on. We gotta dismantle the engine, but first we gotta get the... okay, we gotta do this from under the car. Get this thing up. God, you could get really fast at this, I feel like. You get really fast at stripping cars down, and actually, you know, probably get a lot of parts out of this. Alright, cross member. Alright, here we go. Lower control arms. Get the control arms out on this side. Back to the other side. Oh, God. Alright, here we go. Control arms out on this side. Well, we've got like one more to handle. Things to do. We can get the front cross member off, or we should be able to. Oh, yeah, we just got it right off. The crank, what do we need to take off first in order to get the crank out? Well, let's get the steering rack out. Let's get the... Well, we can take the exhaust off. That's no big deal. If it would let me walk... You know what? Let me back out of that and then go... Yeah, there we go. And now we can grab the drive shaft, and that won't take long to get out. That's just 4 bolts on each end. Spin around real quick. Grab it from the transmission. Then we should be able to grab the transmission and... Well, they call it the gearbox, but it's... in Europe, it's a gearbox. In America, it's a transmission, okay? Now, let's get the clutch off, or let's get everything related to the clutch off and apart. Let's get closer to it first so we can see what we're doing. Get the pressure plate off. Couple of bolts left to get, and then we're good. Clutch plate. Pressure plate's junk. Wow, the actual clutch plate itself is not, though. The flywheel is recoverable. Crank is out. Crank is junk. Okay, cool. Block is accessible from the bay only. Let's go ahead and get these steering knuckles off. And that's pretty much everything at the front that we can do from the outside of the car. Let's go ahead and handle the back now. Let's get... Oh, we got to get these... We got to get these spring perches off. We get the U-bolts. And leaf spring plate. If we get over here... Oh, well, there's none on the other side. Okay, I keep forgetting that, like, with these disassembled... Like, with these, you know, cars you come and strip down, they're already half disassembled anyway. Take the whole rear axle out. And really, all we have to do now is lower the car back down and lift the block out. And, I mean, we can take body parts as well. We can take the doors off. I mean, the seat, the steering wheel. We're going to have to lower it down, like I said, to do that, though. Or at least I'd prefer to. And it looks like the game would want us to as well. Now, engine block. All right, oh, God, the block is junk. Block is total junk. Okay. So, no, I don't want to be inside. I want to disassemble the thing. Can we take... I guess we're 5 parts left. Okay, so And just 2 parts left to go now, which I believe, Oh, okay. Front bumper and left headlight. Okay. And now the car is 100% stripped. So, oh wait, I didn't mean to... Alright, parts left 0. So, at this point, I think we're done stripping the car down. So after returning to the garage with all of our stripped parts, you can see we've got a list and a readout of all of the different conditions that the parts are in. We've got, like, literally every single part that you can scroll through. And you can see we got some good parts that are, like, half-life. I mean, that we can keep. We can sell the recovered ones. I'm actually going to go ahead and sell the recovered parts for profit, even though I don't have to because we're in, basically, sandbox mode. But that is basically the gist of what you can do with the car stripping DLC, and I'll do a few more episodes where I include it in my actual shop because we're building a couple cars and we're actually in the process of tearing this one down and hopefully building it into something new. This car kind of sits in the corner. It's kind of a side project. I'm trying to take parts off of this and put it into this and turn this into, like, a beast. So that's what I'm trying to do right now in the main shop. But as far as the stripping stuff goes, that's how that works. And if you guys enjoy that DLC, there will be more episodes of it. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe. Talk to you guys later.